All right, I'm hoping this mic isn't going to die. But today I want to talk about the understanding the system of momentum. And what do I mean by momentum? I think momentum can be used in good ways and in bad ways. But by momentum, I mean moving towards a goal. Firstly, I want to talk about the frequency of momentum, and then I want to talk about how I think momentum actually works. So first, the frequency of momentum. It's like pushing a massive, heavy thing. Okay? Just like that meme where the guy's pushing the boulder up the hill. It's the same shit. So once you get the ball rolling, it's really easy to keep rolling. But when the ball stops, you have to push a lot harder to get it going again. And this is what I think a lot of people, and what I also struggle with a lot. Weekends, like, okay, obviously it's good to have a break or like not work as hard, but people go hard on the weekends. I used to go hard on the weekends too, like, drinking lots, other things too. And you would work throughout the week, and then you would have Friday, Saturday, you'd go out, get smashed. Sunday, you'd be completely dead, and the ball would stop, and you have to pick it up and start rolling again. You don't keep that momentum. You don't keep that energy and drive and keep the focus. You drop the focus. Anyway, that's the frequency of it. And I think if you can stick with something, as long as you can keep pushing it forward consistently every day without a day or two where you stop for too long because the ball will just stop, then yeah. Anyway, the actual system of momentum. I want to use a metaphor of a car, okay? So a car has, obviously, the car is driving, you have the car, you have the driver, and you have the destination, okay? So I think the car is the energy, okay? The energy, because you need fuel, you need the car, you need the machine to be running, you need it to be working. Otherwise, you're not going to be driving anywhere on the road. You're just going to be you're just going to be standing still because you're going to be out of petrol, right? So, what do you need to optimize your energy? Because if you want to go far and you want to go really far, yes, if you know where you want to go, that's great. If the driver knows how to drive the car, great. But if the car doesn't work or the car doesn't have any fuel, you're not going anywhere, right? So, how to optimize energy, firstly. So, I think the three big ones, or there's a bunch of big ones, but there's health, okay, and mental health, right? Physical health, 8 hours of sleep, okay? 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Should be getting that. Physical exercise every day. Eating healthy every day. Whole foods. No, obviously processed foods every now and then, but you're not living off some processed shit, okay? No drugs. No alcohol. No cigarettes, okay? I think caffeine is good, but in moderation. But yeah, no drugs, no alcohol, no cigarettes. Not ejaculating too often. Okay, maybe once a week or something if you want to. But personally, I'm not doing it at all right now, and I haven't for about a month. If you can do that, that's like boosting your energy. That's taking it even another step higher. But if you can just do 7 to 8 hours of sleep, no alcohol or drugs or nicotine, and exercise for 1 hour every day, I think that's really going to help your energy levels a lot. Okay, now the driver of the car. What is the driver of the car? So now you've got the vehicle working. The vehicle's got fuel in it. It's working. It's in working condition. So that's another thing, your mental health, right? But your mental health comes with your physical health. If you're sleeping well, you're exercising, you're eating well, and you're getting sunlight and stuff like that, then your mental health will reflect that. I believe, at least. So you've got the car running. The car is working. Now the driver. What's the driver? The driver is you, okay? So you have this body, right? This body right here. And if I knew, let's say that if Jeff Bezos came into my body right now, his brain came into my body, then he would know exactly what to do because at the end of the day, we're just in a physical world, right? Like, I can touch this chair, I can touch my head and my hair, and all that success or creation is somebody is physically doing something in the exact correct amount of times or the exact correct way so that something is achieved, right? Whether that's me trying to post on social media and get a following, right? I'm here speaking. There's a camera there on a stand. I'm sitting on a chair. It's nighttime, whatever. I'm in a shed, okay? It's all physical, right? Sorry, I've lost my train of thought. It's all physical, right? But the driver has to know how to operate in this physical world. And how do they do that? Knowledge and discipline, I think, is the main ones. You have to know what to do. Well, firstly, you don't even have to know what to do. Firstly, you just have to be disciplined to take action. Okay, even if the action is not 100% efficient, like what I'm doing right now. Maybe it's not 100% efficient, but I'm at least taking action. I'm taking initiative. I'm taking a step. I'm making a physical change or doing something physical in the real world, not just thinking in your head. That's the separation. That's the difference. Okay, action is a physical thing. You can think all day long. You can theorize all day long, and I was stuck in that for a long time, in that loop of just sitting there thinking, oh yeah, I could do this. Oh, but I could do that. Oh, if I did that, then this and that. And I thought I was a genius because I had all these great, smart ideas in my head, but I wasn't doing anything, right? So getting these ideas out into the world and physically changing the world through action, okay? Action, then discipline. You have to do it every day, or at least every other day, but preferably every day. For example, right now I'm posting on Instagram three reels a day. I'm doing this YouTube video as well. I'm just going to keep banging it every day. Discipline, consistency, right? And then knowledge. But I think knowledge comes from those two. So if you start taking action, you consistently take action, then you will learn along the way. Regardless of whether you don't know much at the start, because no one knows much at the start, but you will learn over time through your experiences. Okay? And so that's the car. You got the car working. The driver knows how to drive the vehicle now, but now you might have the action, you might have the discipline, you might know stuff, but where are you going to go? Okay? And that's the destination. That's your roadmap, right? So you need to have a goal, because my goal could be go out and put as many chemicals into the ocean as physically possible, right? And I could take actions and consistently take actions towards that goal every day and get more knowledgeable and learn more about how I can put as many chemicals into the ocean as possible, right? But obviously that's a stupid goal. No one wants to do that, right? So you need to have a goal, and your goal, I think, needs to be in line with your values and your passions. Because if you're trying to go out and achieve a goal that doesn't really bring any passion or desire out of you, then you're just going to burn out. You're just going to burn out, because why are you going out to achieve a goal that you don't really want to achieve? Well, it's because you're coming from a place of scarcity where you don't believe you're enough already. So what you're trying to do is go into the world and get something out of the world. You want to get something from the world and bring it back to you, because then you can be whole, right? And to go out and get something from the world and bring it back to you, you have to act in a way that isn't who you are. And if you act in that way of not being who you are for long enough, you just burn out and fail, right? So your goal has to be, you've already decided, I'm enough as a person. If this was the rest of my life forever, it would be okay. But I would like to go out and achieve these things if I could, right? And it's not if you could, it's that you should, and you should go out and achieve them. But you need to be coming from that state of mind. So once you're coming from that state of mind and you have the goal identified, then you can go and achieve the goal, and you're not going to burn out, because what you're doing is you're working towards a goal that you actually believe in, right? For example, for me right now, it's posting on social media. Obviously, posting on social media, hopefully to get a larger following and to somehow make a business out of it. But what I really want to do is impact people and talk to people, because my whole life, and I'm sure everyone else as well, goes on YouTube and listens to what people have to say, get inspired. Personally, I love watching a lot of YouTube, like videos like this. Just people that are more successful than me, like listening to what they have to say. And then just stuff on improving your life, right? And you can go, if you can get a large following online, then you leverage your reach is leverage, right? You reach a lot of people, and if you say something, a lot of people are going to hear it. So I want to have a large impact on the world. That's something I really want to. I really want my job, or not my job. I really want my days to be impactful on the world as a whole, right? So how am I going to do that? Well, I'm going to try and go out and get a large following. So then when I post stuff, or when I want to say stuff, people listen to me, and then, I have a lot of people listening to me, and then bang. And I want to change people's lives, obviously, for the better. The impact I want to have is a positive impact, of course. So I think the way that I can go out and impact as many people's lives as positively as I can is a personal brand, an online personal brand where lots of people are listening, lots of people are tuning in, and they're listening to what I have to say. And then obviously I'm going to get better with what I'm saying over time, because I think I have a lot of good ideas in my head, and I think I've learned a lot throughout my life. Maybe I'm not the best at immediately transferring it onto the camera, but that's a skill I have to learn as well. But ideally, my goal is to have a massive following in the future, make money off it, obviously I want to make money off it, like so I can live, but have a massive following in the future so that when I say something and I want to inject my idea into reality, there's a lot of people listening. And I want to use that power in a good way to positively impact and change people's lives. So that's my goal. That goal comes from a place where not like, oh, I want to go out and change people's lives so that so I feel better about myself or that I have more power or some egotistical way. It comes in a way I just want to make the world a better place. The job I want to have or the things I want to do every day is working towards making the world a better place, which sounds kind of corny, but it's true. That's what fulfills me. That's what makes me happy. My favorite job I've ever had was gardening. Obviously, it was physical and outdoor, which was nice, but I felt like that was the job where I was having the best impact on people's lives, and I could see it straight away. If someone had a messy garden, I'd clean it up and they'd be happy. They'd have a really high lawn and I cut it down, they'd be really happy. They had some crazy tree growing, I cut it back, they'd be really happy. So I felt like that was the most direct impact, having a positive impact I was having on the world. But I want to scale that to the biggest scale possible. I don't want to obviously, you can garden, the gardening's great, right? Having a good impact on the community, but if I can put in the same amount of hours, 8 hours a day, and instead of impacting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people's lives, I can impact 1, 2, 3, 4, 500,000 people's lives each day in a positive way, then that's just the exact same thing on a scaled level, and it's more of it. So like it's even better, having an even larger positive impact on the world, which is exactly what I want to do. So that's my goal. Anyway, my point is, you have the car, so that's your body, okay, your body and your mental health, okay. So you need to take care of that firstly. Otherwise, you're not going to be moving anywhere in the physical world or achieving anything because your vessel is going to be messed up. 2, the driver needs to be disciplined. Okay, driver needs to be disciplined and take action and be consistent, and that's the driver. That's your brain. That's you operating this physical body, and then what you're trying to operate the physical body for and go out and do needs to be something that's actually truly in line with the way you think about the world and the things you want to go out and achieve. Otherwise, you will just burn out over time. So yeah, that's my mechanism of momentum. Hopefully that helps some people out. Hopefully you guys are listening to this. And yeah, thank you. See you guys tomorrow.